The recently concluded June quarter of the current fiscal year may prove to be an inflection point for new age tech companies. Zomato, Nykaa, and Paytm reported sharp recovery in their respective operating metrics, suggesting the companies could be embarking on their growth journeys.
It is fair to say that most of the newly listed or new age companies appear to be working towards controlling either their regression or building profitability in their core businesses. We note that PB Fintech's core business, which is Policy Bazaar, Paisa Bazaar, and Zomato's food ordering business are now profitable. So these companies are showcasing roadmaps to profitability, but at the same time investing in new ventures and markets, which could mask overall profitability. But at the same point in time, one can note what IndiaMart is doing. They have diluted margins to chase growth, so perhaps some compromise on the high growth, compromise on the high profitability for growth. At the same point in time, other two companies like Matrimony and Nazara, we see no change in aggression. Nazara appears to be using its balance sheet more for new acquisitions.
Among key profitability metrics, Zomato's gross order value of food delivery jumped 42% year-on-year in Q1. Aided by growth in volume and average order value. The company also broke even on an adjusted EBITDA basis during the quarter. Paytm's gross merchandise value, meanwhile, more than doubled to 3 trillion rupees from 1.5 trillion rupees a year ago. Nykaa reported 47% year-on-year growth in gross merchandise value, with consolidated GMV reaching 2,490 crore rupees during the quarter. Nazara Technologies also clocked 70% jump in its consolidated revenue, with all individual business segments staying in the green. Analysts believe sustainable profitability and recovery in stock prices may be some time away. They also differ on whether it is the right time to own these stocks. UR Bhatt of Alphaniti Fintech, for instance, says, with valuation froth now trimmed, new age technology companies are here to stay. They offer a certain level of convenience to consumers, which are being appreciated. While there is space for these companies to coexist, valuations will now have to be more reasonable. Others like Amrish Baliga weigh profitability over valuations.
But the question is, should we be paying such a high premium for growth without profitability or low profitability? Nykaa's cornerstone for the IPO was, unlike others, they were profitable. Although it was low, but it was in the green. However, from an investor's perspective, we need to see that grow, not remain stagnant in single digits. So at current levels, it's still quite expensive. Zomato again has shown a decent growth in gross order value and revenue per order, has a lot of cash in the books, has hit EBITDA positive, but profitability at the net level, I think, is still some time away. However, the recent sharp correction in the stock has brought it closer to the real value I've been talking about since the IPO. The unlocking of the pre-IPO equity, I think, would create more pressure on the stock price, so could be entering a range where it's fairly valued. Paytm was a pleasant surprise, no doubt, as it saw growth with the reduction in processing costs. But the question again is, when do we see profitability? For which I think the management is now expecting an EBITDA break-even by FY24. But the key to that is consistent growth from here on.
Baliga is bullish on Zomato at lower levels, believes Nykaa is overpriced, and considers Paytm to be a dark horse if there is consistency in its earnings. Markets shall remain closed today on account of Muharram holiday.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
तुम इतना डर गए? अब क्या किया?
शेयर्स में ट्रेडिंग।
तुम्हें 5 पैसा नहीं पता?
ओए, अब तो सबको पता है। 5 पैसा पर मिलते हैं रिसर्च टूल्स, पोर्टफोलियो एनालिटिक्स और इन्वेस्टमेंट आइडियाज भी। डाउनलोड 5 पैसा नाउ।
अब तो सबको पता है investing made easy and reporting with 5 paisa. Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.